everybody, before I get started, I have an announcement to make. Late last year, I had started another YouTube channel called Brothers of the Sword Productions. And I'm going to be decoding quite a few of the unsolved mysteries that yet have had no answers. And right now, I'm in part 4 of Oak Island Prophesy. And if you're at all interested in the Oak Island mystery, or if you've been watching The Curse of Oak Island, you'll be really interested in picking up on this part 4 because it's getting so interesting. Part 4 is called Thoth and the Eclipsing Star System, and Thoth is an Egyptian god. Now, if you're interested in watching this, I have the link down in the description box. And now on with the show. Well, hi there, Pisces. Kind of looks like there's a transformation that's going to be going on for you in July. Now, there's going to be shifts for all of the signs with this series of eclipses going on in July. But it's pretty obvious when you have the Death card for the overall energy. And really, I'm getting to the end of the readings now here for July, and there's a lot of movement cards for most of the signs. Now, you receive the Tiwaz rune, and this signifies the god of war. And you think, oh my goodness, aggression, Mars, all this and that. But in reality, it's more like the Libra feeling of finding balance, justice through logic and reason. This is the way the Norse thought, and you always think, well, the Vikings are going to run in and just start wielding the sword. This card also signifies understanding, moral compass, and laws. How strange is that for the Norse to really feel that way about things? Maybe we were misdirected with the archetypes that we feel right now today, that they were living way in the past. Now, the Minchiati card that you received from the deck that I put together is Scorpio. So there's maybe some intense feelings and emotions going on around you. Right now, Jupiter is probably going direct. Yeah, Jupiter is going direct in Scorpio too, so maybe there's going to be some expansion coming in. Maybe some good luck as well, because you have the Wheel of Fortune in the center of your reading. Now, the Death card is saying that you're in a transformation. Something tripped this, though. There's a trip switch here that forced you into this transformation. The Death card comes when it's needed, not wanted. And it's really time to change your outlook on things, your outlook on beliefs and emotions. You're going to have to welcome some changes and new ways to do things. And with these eclipses coming up, yeah, this could be for 6 months to a year that this applies. You know, there's a metamorphosis coming from death and rebirth. The phoenix rising out of the ashes. You know, this is about getting rid of the immaterial things and bringing the energy of enlightenment. It's a conversion of energy of the material world to the spiritual world. It's beckoning closures of all kinds. Change is not your enemy. And you can kick and scream all you want, but really it is time to change. And I think with these eclipses coming up, yeah, it's saying it's change time. Now, this Death card represents Scorpio. So this is kind of a double whammy going on here. There's creation, destruction, loss, transformation, going into the unknown. That requires acceptance and renewal. Now, the cards on the left, for what you know, you receive the Ten of Pentacles and the Judgment card. Well, Judgment with Death is really interesting. Maybe it is time to bury the hatchet for a few things. Don't carry on resentments, regrets. Find some joy in life. Find some understanding and forgiveness. And if you can forgive other people and yourself, it's time for a new beginning. You're in this transformation now. A lot of things are changing. Hindsight is 20/20. Time to heal. And the Ten of Pentacles is just the card to say that, yeah, there's healing. It was a rough road. A lot of trials and tribulations. But the Ten of Pentacles says it's a card about fulfillment, satisfaction, and happiness that finally has settled into your life. I call this the retirement card. It brings in stability and the feeling of security. And maybe this is just what you've been seeking right now. is stability and security. It's kind of hard to have that when you're in a transformation. But if you hold on, it comes to an end, and boy, you're spit out the back end feeling pretty dang good. Now the cards in the center for what is or can be yours. It's the Queen of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. The cycle has come and come back around through this transformation. It is reminding you of the cycles of life. And there's going to be a window of time that's going to be really opportunistic for you. And maybe it's time for you to make that leap of faith to jump through that window of opportunity. But the Queen of Pentacles is there to make you honest. She's about pragmatism, being realistic, getting a grip on life, getting a grip on reality. Queens bring in understanding, and she wants you to understand that you can't make unrealistic goals with unrealistic timelines and not become disappointed. She's the earthly card that has you weigh out the difference between love and money and happiness. And money doesn't bring happiness. You have to accept simple joys back there with the Ten of Pentacles to find that happiness and fulfillment. Now the cards for yourself and self-awareness are two dipolar opposites. You receive the Emperor and the Ten of Swords. Now the Ten of Swords is saying not everything worked out the way you wanted them to. There's some disappointments, maybe even some regrets. But this is a 10 card saying there's an ending and a new beginning. And in the horizon, in the backdrop of this card, you see a new day dawning. The sun is coming up. But here the Emperor is saying that you have to empower yourself to take control of your life throughout this transformation in particular. You have to set boundaries with people and draw that little line in the sand and say, don't cross this line. You have to make some laws and some rules and enforce them. The Emperor is about structure and organization. This empowerment card is saying that only you can give away your power. People cannot take it. And I think with the Ten of Swords there, some people have taken some of your power. Now the cards in the future have a lot of different flavors to them. You have the Six of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the Five of Cups. And I think I pulled two more cards because you got the bad Five of Cups and you have some, I don't know, some sparring going on with the Seven of Wands, that you have the World card and the Ace of Swords. Now let's go back. The Six of Cups is a recollection card. It's a card about past and memories. And you can be revisiting things from past lives where things just didn't quite work out the way you wanted them to, and there's been no resolution from various lifetimes even up to the present. You have to look to see where your South Node is in your birth chart to see what challenges you have with this past. Now this past card can just go back to your childhood and some happiness and resentments that you had. It can say that people from your past are walking back into your future and into your present and future, since this is a future card. And here you have the Ace of Cups. It's time to do a reset on your emotions. It's time to start enjoying the material side of life. All those 5 little spritz of water that are coming out of the cup symbolize your senses. And it's time to utilize your senses for what they're worth. Enjoy everything about life. Sight, smell, hearing. You know, sex. But the Seven of Wands next to the Ace of Cups is saying that there's been some, I don't know, conflict. A lot of times when you see the Seven of Wands card, it's saying that you're in conflict with people because they don't believe the same things you do, and you're representing your beliefs. But the funny thing about that is that what you do every day reinforces your beliefs. It's not those things that you just do kind of a talking head thing and saying, yeah, I believe that. And that's made you unhappy because you have the Five of Cups there. That card about disappointment. You know, it's about emotional disappointments. And a lot of times when you see this is that you've been living in the past and you have the past card in the future. So now you're going to have to reset yourself back and work from the present into the future. But I don't think you're going to have to wait long for that, because you have the World card, and it's saying you're coming to the end of a cycle. You went through the main gauntlet of all of the major arcana cards to get to the end point where it's saying, yeah, you've learned. You graduated from something. Now you have a new beginning, a new sword beginning. But the sword beginning has two sides to it. It has two edges to the sword. It can hurt or harm. It can be the sword of justice, or it can be the sword of truth. It's really up to you how you wield it. But what you want to do is use it to cut through the crap and get to the heart of the matter. And I wish you acceptance, peace, and happiness.